Honestly, there's not a lot of good people to vote for, but I'm going to vote for Hillary.
I had to choose, I would choose Bernie Sanders.
I'm voting for Bernie Sanders.
I'm leaning towards neither of them.
One, I feel like she has our best interests, community and society-wise. Slightly, Bernie Sanders, he's pretty good, but he's pretty old, and I don't think he's going to make it that far.
I just feel like he's for the underdogs, you know? He wants to have, free college education. He wants to take the money that the government has gotten as profit from student loans payments and use that money to make college free. And I think that's a wonderful idea, especially as a college student. Books, tuition, it's not cheap. And I think he wants to close that gap between the rich, middle class, and the poor. And I think that's great. He's like Robin Hood, getting that money back from the rich, because they don't really need it. They don't need those tax breaks, those corporation stuff. They don't need those tax breaks, and give it to someone who needs it.
The first reason is because I believe he will help the younger generation gain access to education. And I also believe that he will help bring about equality, because there currently isn't equality.
Honestly, I'm very interested in Donald Trump. I'm interested in what he has to say. I actually love his ideas and what he wants to do for America.
Donald Trump, no thanks.
I don't like Hillary. I don't. I feel like her and her husband, I feel like they do a lot of tap dancing for black people. Honestly, that's, between the playing the saxophone with the shades on, or Hillary Clinton doing the nay-nay on TV. I just feel like she changes her her viewpoints a lot too.
Hillary, that's a sore subject with me, but my main reason for not voting for her is because if she was to become the first female president, she has not indicated, and she hasn't made any statements, hasn't said anything where she will work to make women equal to men in our society, where women still make 70% of their counterparts, and where we don't have paid maternity leave. Only country in the world.
Hillary Clinton, I just don't trust her. Her history goes way back. She was Republican at first, then all of a sudden she's a Democrat. She was against gay rights, now she's for gay rights. Sanders, as for him, I feel like honestly, he's just telling the people what they want to hear. Like, I've heard this before. Obama, for example, he sounds just like Obama, if not, I guess a little more extreme, I guess, to get more votes. It's boring. I'm honestly not satisfied. I'm not happy with what Obama has done. For the 8 years he's been president, I've seen no change. The reason why I like Donald Trump, because he's not your conventional politician. He's not your red, Republican, and we hate this. He has his own views. He doesn't follow the rules of a Republican. Thinks freely. I feel like he wants better for America. And what also caught my eye is his healthcare plans. When he said he wanted healthcare regulated by private sectors instead of the federal government, that caught my attention. Healthcare, I believe, shouldn't be ran by the government. Why should we rely on the government to give us healthcare? If that's the case, then they run everything, and as you can see, it's tightly budgeted. But what Donald Trump is trying to do, if you let private sectors, like, I guess you can say, control healthcare, it brings in more money, and private sector, they can do what they want to do freely. They're not chained, into like, oh well, you can't get this medication because you don't follow this, or you don't fall under this category. That's what the government, that's the government healthcare with. Like, that's Obamacare. That's how I see it.